I am so excited for this pumpkin chili. I love eating it every summer and fall. It is just absolutely delicious. Serve it with about a cup of cooked quinoa, and you are just good to go for hours. It is so satisfying. Oh, this is so good. Give me this. Arr. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first episode in a series that I'm calling Cheap, Fast, Easy Vegan Meals, and each meal is going to be under $3. Today's meal you're really going to enjoy. It is my plant-based pumpkin chili, and it is spicy. If you don't like spicy, you can reduce these spices that I'm going to show you, but it is so delicious as is. If you have a spicy tongue, you are in for a treat. I would say that if a waiter in a restaurant were to ask you what spice level you would like a meal, I would say this is probably between about a 7 and a 10. The way I make it, leaning more towards 10. So again, just cut the spice levels in half and you'll probably be fine. Also, I am including the video recipe in the description below, so that way you can just follow along and get the recipe when you're ready. Mostly everything in this recipe has been measured out, so that way it is either an item, a can, or a package, so that way it is really easy. You just pretty much open things up and put them together, and the most important tool you're probably going to need today is your can opener. Yes, that's right, I said can opener because we have quite a few canned foods in this recipe, but that's okay. Although many people are reluctant to eat canned foods because they feel like they are less than nutritional value, that's actually not always the case. In fact, most foods contain and retain most of their original vitamins and minerals, and very little actually gets lost during the canning process. Having said that, always check your ingredients, make sure that there are not any added salts and sugars. These days, very few brands do that, especially if you buy organic. Also, if I do have anything here organic, it is accidental or it was the same, if not a cheaper price than the conventional. For fun, I'm going to do a cost breakdown per item as we go, so that way you can see that this meal will only cost less than $3. You will see the tally slowly go up, but never go above $3. For fun, in today's video, I am going to do a subtotal tally of each price of each serving of each item as I add it in the video. This recipe makes 8 servings, so I will give you a very close to approximate cost of what each thing is, and if anything came to like a fraction of a cent or close to a cent, then I always round it up. Okay, let's assemble our ingredients. Today you're going to need 1 large onion, or 2 small will do. 3 cans of non-seasoned pumpkin puree, 1 can of pinto beans, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of diced jalapeno, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, cumin, black pepper, vegetable bouillon, vegetable oil, and a bag of frozen sweet corn. All right, now that we know what we need, let's go to the kitchen and put this baby together. Alright, so in a large saucepan, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of our vegetable oil. Then we're going to add our chopped onion. Lightly saute this onion under medium to low heat for about maybe 3 to 5 minutes, or until the onions are almost translucent. While our onions are sauteing, we are going to add our spices together. I like to put them in a little bowl first. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the oregeno, along with 2 tablespoons of my smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Once our onions start to turn a little brown, you're going to add the garlic and then the jalapeno, and then stir that up and let it heat up for another 1 or 2 minutes. If you like things really spicy, add the whole can. I always strain it first just because I think that the juice makes it a little too spicy. So depending on your tolerance to spice, add between half to 1 can of the strained jalapeno. And now let's give that a nice stir. Blending in your spices before you add all of your other ingredients will help infuse the flavor with the oil, and it helps add layers to the taste of your chili. Once those spices have had a chance to cook for about a minute or 2, add in your 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes with juice. Stir that up, bring it back to a boil, Now I'm gonna add my 3 cans of pumpkin puree. I'm going to use the cans to measure out about 2 to 3 cans of water. This is a good way to swish around and get any lingering pumpkin that's stuck in the can so that we can enjoy all of that yummy orangeness. And once I have that pumpkin and water blended together, I'm going to mix in 1 to 3 vegetable flavored bullion cubes. Now, this ingredient is very optional. I like to add a little bit of pea protein. So I add a couple scoops of pea protein to my pumpkin chili. That way I get that protein boost. And the pea protein really blends in nicely. You won't notice the flavor at all, and you'll get about an extra 10 grams of protein per serving. And look how nice that just blends in as if you never even added it. And honestly, when I add this ingredient, I do not taste it at all. And of course, I forgot to film the step where I rinsed and put in the can of pinto beans, but I promise you they are in there. And lastly, I'm going to add my frozen sweet corn. I like to add this ingredient last because it cools down the stew. I turn the heat off as soon as I add it, and the residual heat will cook the corn just enough so that way it is soft and enjoyable, but not overcooked and mushy. I am so excited for this pumpkin chili. I love eating it every summer and fall. It is just absolutely delicious. Serve it with about a cup of cooked quinoa and you are just good to go for hours. It is so satisfying. Well, I hope you enjoyed the recipe as much as I do, and if you do, please make sure you let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure that you hit that like button, and if you like my content so far, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.